Guys, once again, you're welcome here. My name is Israel Oluwatoli. In this video, I want to quickly show you uh, the interface of Pixellab. As a smartphone graphic designer, you need to understand some things and their functions before you start the journey. And that is exactly what I will show you in this video. I want you to watch carefully. Anywhere you don't understand, you will watch. As time goes on, you'll be able to get exactly what the video is all about. So let's dive into the major work. Now I will start with some features. I will be making mentions of some features and their functions here, because there are some features on Pixellab that you can only get a better understanding of how they work when we start making use of them in designing, right? So, but I'm going to show you some key important features that you cannot do without. Yes, there are some features that you can still do without. Yes, I'm talking from experience. So there are some features that you can do without, but there are some that there's no way you can do without them, because they definitely requires you making use of them. Now let's start with, if you can see my cursor, the first place I click here is, it contains this particular word, my project. Alright, this my project simply means that on Pixellab, which is our software for designing, you can there are two ways at which you can save. Yes, there are two ways in which you can save, and put it that way. So it's either you save as project or you save as image to your gallery. It is what you save to your gallery you'll be able to send to your clients or to your printer, alright? But the one you save as project is going to be on the software here, which is the Pixellab. And the essence, the importance behind saving as project is that when you save it as project, you can still come back again, maybe later in futures or some days later, and you want to make some corrections or you want to do anything on it, you can still find the design there. You don't need to start from the beginning again. Alright? Or maybe you send the flyers to your clients and the client did not reply on time, for instance, and you have another work to work on, and you've already making another design, and then the client now reply that I don't need this, I want you to change this. You get what I'm saying? So if you've already saved it as project, you just go to the file, to the project, and then you click on it, you open it again, then you make that corrections easily instead of starting from afresh. Now all these now are the project I've worked on so far. So if someone now if my clients now just replied me and says that you want corrections on this particular, let's say for something like this now. So I made this for a client, and if she just make the corrections that she wants me to change some things, it will be easy for me to just come to this place and make the correction easily instead of starting from afresh. So that is just that about that one. So the next thing here is that you will see that here there are lots of features. Those ones are called background. They are called background. But to be sincere with you, I don't make use of them. You know why? I prefer using this starting from scratch. Alright? That is all about that one. Now after being discussed about this theory cycle, and let's move on to this A alphabet. This A alphabet contains a lot of things, but in summary, the A simply works with text. Yes, text. Anything that has to do with text, they can only work perfectly when you click on this A, and this A becomes functioning when you have a text you want to work on. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. That means that if there's no text, A will not pop up those features here. They won't appear if there's no text. Alright? So it's only when there's text and you click on that text that you'll be able to have all those features. Let me show you an example of what I'm saying. Now, you can see I'm not clicking on this text anymore, and the features is no more there, but we are still on A, right? But when I click on this text, it will show up the text, the features. And if I click on this particular tree cycle, the features will not show until I click on A as well. I hope you get what I just said. So that is that about that. Now let me start showing you some key features that you need to know. The first one here is edit. Let's start with this edit aspect. Alright, I hope you are noting what I'm saying. You just watch carefully and watch my cursor. Now edit means for you to what? According to the meaning of the words, edit means to what? Maybe to correct something or to start something different from what is there. So let me put this here. Alright, impact. Alright, so let me put this one here, impact. So that is that for edit. Now if you want to delete it, you click on this, it will delete. If you want to copy, this is what I'm saying, delete it. So this copy, have another features of this here. So this one that I just copied now, come on, this one I just copied now, I can move it to the back, I can move it to the front according to the next features. This one is to the front, this one is to the back. So if I want to move it to the front, it means that this one now is already at the front. Since I've pressed this one, and if I press this, let me quickly show you. Let me change the color to something that is more obvious. You can see now it's at the back, right? The red is at the back. If I want the red to be at the front, I will just press to the front. Alright, I wish you can see what I'm saying. So that is that about that one. Now what is the meaning of this positioning? Let me delete this. Positioning means that you can use your hands to position, but there are some situations that warrant you trying to move things slowly for you to get a proper alignment, right? For you to be able to align your elements in the same patterns. I'm gonna say, so if you don't understand these features, you won't be able to do it because your hands will not be able to give the perfect result. Now let's say I want to move this. Let's say for example now, let's say I have this line, right? Let's say I have this line and I want to move this impact. I want the eye to be on that line. It might be very hard for me to be able to actualize that, but with the help of this, I hope you can see the way I'm moving it. With the help of this, I can be able to get the perfect alignment. You can see it's already there now. So even if I want to bring any other thing that I also want to be in that straight line, I also use this line, so it will be easy for me to get them on a roll, on a straight roll. So that is that about that. So I need to explain something here. This one now is a 9 pieces. We have 30 pieces. The higher the pieces, the faster the movement. Do you get what I'm saying? The higher the pieces, the faster the movement. Alright? So, okay, this is what I'm saying now. If I want to move this thing down, you can see it is more faster. As you can see. So if I decrease the pieces to 1 and I want to move it up, you can see it's moving. Alright? But it's not as fast as 30 pieces. So when you increase the pieces, it will also move fast. Not compared to that of 25, not to that of 30. I understand that one. That is that about positioning. A position. Now we have relative position. Relative position is simply used for getting the center of your canvas. The center of your canvas from up, between up and down, between right and left. Yes, it is used to get the center of the canvas. Now this is what I'm saying. If I want to put this impact, the center between up and down, what I will just do is that, look at this, look at those arrows here. This arrow is to control the center between left and right, while this one is used to control the center between up and down. Alright, so if I want to get that of up and down, I'll just press this. Now it is being centralized. If it is from left to right, I press this. Now this impact is at the center of the camera, so you can use that one instead of trying to use your hands to get the center. Maybe there's a demand for you getting the center of, you want to put something at the center. How you get what I'm saying? So you can use that. So that is that about that. Now if you want to move it directly to the left, and press this. If you want to move it directly to the right, press this. Directly to the up, down. So that is that about that. Now this one is for increasing size. Alright, the highest the size can increase here is 450, but you can use your hands to increase more than that. Alright, you can use your hands to increase more than that. That is all about the size. Alright, I want to be fast with this so that the video will not be too long. Padding. There are some situations. What is padding all about? Situations whereby you make use of particular fonts and some parts cut out. So you can use padding to recover those parts that is not there. This is what I'm saying. You can see that the eye is no more there again now. Let's say you make use of a font and something like this happened. So you can use padding. Left padding will help you to get what that part out. Right padding will help you to get. So that is exactly what is that about padding. You understand some of those features well when we start making use of them. I'm just trying to show you what this allows. So this one is color. In color we have two. It's divided into two. We have the normal color and have the gradient. Gradient is talking about combination of two or more colors. Alright. While this color on its own is about one color. Alright. So if I want to make use of, these are some colors that mixed together. Light color and dark color. So light blue and dark blue, light purple and dark purple. That is gradient. That is about color. We have texture. Texture is used to get another feel for your elements. Yes, maybe you want to put something on a particular thing. You just want it to fit into that thing. You understand better when you start. Just stick to this channel. You get exactly what I'm talking about. I'm trying to consider time as well so that I can get opacity. Opacity is used to reduce the future. Yeah, maybe you want to fit in something into a particular background. I use it to fit into background a lot. Alright, so rotate. You can use this place to rotate. I can also use this icon here to rotate. Alright, the max also. People that do make use of logo, they do use max a lot. They make use of max a lot, but we still make use of it also in graphic designs, for flyers and the rest like that. But I don't want us to go much into that. Another key importance here is the font. We have the fonts. On Pixellab, when you download it, you have fonts on it. Yes, these are the fonts you're going to see on it. But these are my own fonts that I downloaded and I install it into Pixellab. I'm going to drop a video that will show you on how to download and install fonts. If you check very well, it's supposed to be here also as well on this channel. So that is that about font. Let's change the font of this. You can see now the font is changed. The bold aspect is just for increasing the bold of a text and something like that. Alright, and this particular aspect also plays some roles. You can just move it to a particular text you want the effect to be applied on, like this of color now. Alright, if I want to apply color to A, I will just center it on A, then I will press the color. You can see that is exactly how that one works. Come on. So curve is used to curve your text. The bending is used to curve the text or something like this. Alright, So what other thing? This background is used to add background to the text alone. And see, the background is there. Here you are going to use the knowledge of padding as well, because the background is not going to be balanced. So you need to have padding understanding in order to get. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Let's see for example now. You can see the upper part of this text is not okay. Even though this side and this side is not balanced. So if you want to do this now, left padding, make use of your left padding, right padding, right, the top. Are you seeing what I'm doing now? So the bottom. So you just do it and make sure that you can reduce the radius for it not to be. How are you saying? So instead of you can change the edges to something like cycle, something like that. Let's mark this. I will hope you see what we just did now. Without adding shape, the normal norms, if you want to do this, you're supposed to add a shape to the back of this text, right? But we didn't add shape here, right? So that is that about text background. This align is very, very important. Let me see how I can quickly explain this. Alright. I'm considering time as well, but we're going to get something reasonable out of this video. I believe you're getting something exactly. So let's stop here. Let me change this font back to something tiny, right? So these words, let's go back to the align. The align now, you click on it, you have three phase of align here. If you want everything to be at the left hand side, you click on this, you can see everything move to the left hand side. That is arrangement. To the right hand side like this, to the center. Yes, we want everything to be at the center, so we can use this to arrange our text as well, that it makes it look professional. Yes, it makes it look professional. We must know how to do that. So that is all about the alignment. The spacing, let me use a single word to explain the spacing. I do make use of it whenever I'm using this particular word. Some other words that, yes, I do make use of it when I'm also trying to get a particular thing. Like, let's for example now, we have present here, presents. So, and I want you to look, there's a way you see designs and you know, yes, it makes some things, you feel some things on it. So I want you to feel frictional, right? So I can just increase this, then reduce it, put it, reduce it, simply decentralize it. I hope you see what I just did now. So it's when I add color and everything to it now, it makes the design look professional, right? So there is just tricks on how to get that, right? So that's it. Is that about that? Then that is spacing. Yes, this one also is spacing, but this one is spacing between up and down. The one I did now is spacing between left and right. So this spacing now can be done this way. Alright, that is that about that. And we're going to stop because there's some other features. Okay, let me quickly show you this stroke. Stroke. You can add stroke to your what? To your text or to some shape as well. If I want to add stroke to this now, just pick the color of that stroke, increase it. Alright, as you can see. So you can use stroke to bring out the best hierarchy for your design or a headline, right? That is for stroke. Shadow is one of those major things I do use. I make use of it. Yes, it gives the feel, right? It gives the feel. get better understanding when we start making use of those things. And inner shadow give the color inside instead of outside. The normal shadow give the shadow outside. The inner shadow is what's inner shadow. So you can add the color and the color will be inside the text. So that is where I will stop. I don't majorly use those remaining parts. Yes, I don't use them, but that is not the essence of this video. The essence of this video is just to show you some features on Pixellab that I perfectly work with, and I believe that you will also go into new them. Yes, as time goes on, like I said earlier, you can't understand everything at once. As time goes on, you'll be able to get better understanding on how some features work. Now, because of our time, let me quickly show you this third part. The third part here is majorly for shape. Let me explain shape here. It's majorly for shape. So when I click on shape, it will give us something like this, and here you have different shape. Though it's not that many, but we have some few shape. So here, if you have something like this, you can change this thing to cycle with the help of increasing the radius. All right, by increasing the radius, you can change it to cycle. All right, and there are some things that you can also do here as well to get some features that you might be wondering how are people getting this on Pixellab instead of downloading it from the internet. So I want to show you something. Just watch carefully. Let's say we reduce the opacity of this. All right. We now come back to stroke. Now move down to stroke, and then I increase the stroke to 3. Let's make it 4, and then move downward. Get stroke color, and I change the stroke color to that one. Now let's change it to purple, white, anyone. So if I click mark, can you see what I just get? Yes. You can put this around your image. Maybe after creating the image, you put it around the image. It makes the image look professional. So that is about that. This is what I just did. If I increase the opacity back again, I'm going to get the features here. Now that is shape. So when you click on shape and shapes appear here, things like this also will pop up, like that of text. Alright, things like this will pop up, like that of text. So it's only when I click on shape I'll be able to have this, and when I click on this third part, the down part here, alright, like the same thing with text. It's only when I click on text and I click A, I'll be able to see something. Now I'm not clicking on text, and that's the reason why A features is not showing up, but I click on shape and the features pop up. Now this one, the last one here, is for background. You can get a transparent background. Maybe you make some designs and you want it to be in transparent. You can just click here, then everything will be in transparent. You remove the background, then everything will be in transparent. Maybe you want to use it for mockup or something like that, so it will give you transparent. And if you want to have color to the background, instead of using shape for the color for the background, you can come to this place, color, add the color here. All right, add the color here, so you get what you are looking for. And there's a way you can also use your shape to get your color. This kind of background, now you can move it. All right, you can move it. But let's say we increase the size of this shape. All right, you increase the size of this shape, and I come back to this place, and then I change it to purple. This is also a background, but this kind of background now I can move it, alright, because it is a shape. But anyone that you carry out here, let me delete this. Anyone that you carry out here, you can move it, but you can get your gradient background, you can get your, alright, your normal color background. So that's about that. Now these are those major aspects I'll be talking about. Now there's a plus sign here. You can get materials from your gallery through this place. Let me show you. If I click from gallery, I already removed the background of those things. Let me click here. You can see with the help of that, the same thing that is here is the same thing that is here as well. There are some features at the upper part that perform the same functions with those ones that is at the bottom. Alright, so what's some other features I want you to know here? Okay, let's say for example you want to get, let's come to this place. Yes. Let's say for example you want to get I was speaking on some few things here. I was speaking of use image from gallery, export image, and image size. Let's say you want to make a design and you did not know the size of that design, and you want to get the actual size of that design. You can use what? Use image from gallery. Just click on use image from gallery, go to where the design is located on your phone. Right, let's say for example you want to know the size of this design. You just click on it. Right, it will bring something like this. Just click on Mac. It will fit in directly that you cannot even move it. Alright, that is if you use image from gallery. But if you go to this place and you click from gallery, click on gallery and do it this way, this one you can move it. I hope you see the difference. That is that about that. Now, how do I know the size? You can know the size of your design here. You can insert the design size here, and you can also know the design size if you want to. So the design size for this is 1280 pixels by 1280 pixels. So width by height. Pixellab is measured in pixels. I'm still going to show you measurement, how you can be able to measure your designs. So we'll come back to what we have here before. So that is that about that one. Presents. So that is that about that. Now here, this particular place is the one that contains the layers for your designs. Yes, these are the layers on your Pixellab. You know, when you're working as maybe even though on Photoshop and some other software like that, there's something we call layers. Yes, those layers are the one that contain every single things you introduce into your software or into your Canva. Alright. So these are the layers that you'll be able to introduce in here. We've introduced the layer of presents, layers of this particular element. So this layer here you can delete. You click here, you delete. You can lock. Lock means that you won't be able to move the thing again. Sorry. Yes, it's the present that I lock. You won't be able to move it. You can see I'm trying to move the present. It's not moving. Alright. That's because I've locked it. If I lock this one also, let me move it upward. It is better you know how to lock, because there are sometimes we have a lot of elements introduced into that design. So for you not to be scattering your design yourself. So you can hide. That is the eye. So if you click on this eye, this one is different from delete. You can still open it back. So that is all about that. And you can merge two things together. Let me quickly show you this under shape. Yes, if I have a shape like this, just listen. Just watch carefully. So if I have a shape like this and I copy it, right? I don't even think I explained this the other time. Oh my god, I didn't explain it. So let me quickly explain it now. That is under erase. Let me show you this of erase. Erase means that when you have a shape or you have an image, you can erase it. Alright? This is what erase is all about. And mask is still the same thing with one that is in the features of text. What about this erase color? Eraser and erase color is different. Erase color, now let me show you this erase color. This is exactly what I want to show you. I'll just come to this place, change the color to, sorry, change the color of this one too. Are we getting what I'm saying? Just watch carefully. So after that, maybe I centralize it. Alright, now I want to use this white to create a particular hole in the shape of red. Right? And how can I do this? I will change it to white. White is used to create a shape, or is used through the help of a erase color to remove things, to create a particular pattern. Maybe you're getting what I'm saying. Just watch. This is what I'm saying. Now, when I've put the two together, I'll just come to this place, this mark and time sign. Then it will pop up something like this. I will click on those two objects, elements I want to merge together. Then when I've done clicking, I will click here. It said, are you sure you want to merge the selected objects? Yes. Okay. I'll click on OK. Alright. Now they are together. Alright. So what we now do when they are together, I will now come to my erase color and I'll click here. You can see with the help of the white, if it is red that is on top of it, I won't be able to achieve this. Alright, but because it is white, that is that about that. Also, you can use these features to remove background from any image or elements that you are trying to use on your Pixellab. If it is made up of white background, alright, if it is made up of white background, you can easily use your Pixellab to remove the background. Alright, so that is that about that one. What other thing? Yes, I saw something here I need to tell you about. Okay, let me quickly show you. Let me show you something here. Okay, let me use this. Sorry, let me use this to show you. This particular element that is here now, if you want to change the color, that is where we have the color filter. When you click on the color filter, you can be able to add some color to it that is different from the one that is being made up of. So with the help of this, you can be able to retouch it and do something nice. We also have some tests or some quotes on Pixellab that you can use for your designs, or you can read it yourself. Alright? Yes, be gentle to all and stern to yourself. After the storm comes a calm, you know. So you can I love Pixellab, the way it was being built. It's interesting somehow. So what I really want to show you again, this sign, it means share. So if you click on this sign, it will pop up something like this, and if you click on save to gallery, it will save it to gallery first before they ask you that where do you want to share it to. That is for what? Share. But when you want to save, if indeed you want to save, you click here. This thing that looks like memory card. Click here. So these are the two things I told you about the other time. If you want to save it as project, you save it as project. Let's say you want to save it as project now. You want to save it as project, just save it with any name. So if I save it as one, alright. So if I come to my project, I will see it here. Alright, now you see it's there. It will be there forever in as much I didn't delete it, and in as much I didn't restore my phone. Or so that is that about that. And if you want to save as image, you click on always save as ultra. When you click on save as image, come to this place, it will bring something like this. Click here, click on ultra, and then save. But I'm still going to tell you much about this. Then you click on save to gallery. This one is being saved to gallery now. So when you check your gallery, you will find it there. We have this as well for zooming in and zooming out. Zooming in and zooming out. This is for length. I already showed you that the other time. If you want those things to be movable, those lines, you want it to be movable, click on this length with setting icon. Movable with the help of that, right? So you can increase, you can increase. If you want to add line to the left hand side, you click on this particular, maybe from left and right. If you want to increase the line to the part of both up and down, you click on this. You want to cancel some lines, alright? You can see there's no line in there, so that is that about that. And if you want to quickly do that without wasting much of your time, just click here. How many lines do you need? At the horizontal, I need 6. How many lines do you need? At the vertical, I need 4. Click OK. It's going to give you perfect lines, numbers of lines you really want. So that is really that about that. So I believe you understand some few things about Pixellab now, different from what you don't know about before. So if you find this video helpful and interesting, click on the notification bell, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and as well share it with others to see, because the more you do those things, the more YouTube will be able to refer these videos to others that are interested in watching something like this. Thank you very much for being here. It's my pleasure. So I've put this in place for you. I would like to hear more of your comments to know what else you want me to make video of. Once again, I remain your YouTuber, Israel Watu. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.